What's up, Cedar Park? On today's show, we'll look at what's new with the French department and find out about the Howell Awards.
Get your top 3 things with Tanvi.
And your Friday sports report.
Turn up because the Wolfcast starts now. Welcome back to the Wolfcast. I'm Jack Paulshook, joined this morning by Paul Yamas in for Reagan Hill and Katie Whitmarsh.
A fresh face on campus this year is French teacher Naomi Campbell. Madame Campbell says she aims to bring the class to more students than ever.
The class is currently just under 100 students, but both the classes and French Honor Society have passionate students that are excited to grow the program.
Mrs. Campbell is the newest and only French teacher after the departure of all French teachers last year, and is looking forward to rebuilding the program. Miss Campbell talks about how being the only French teacher has impacted her experience.
It's kind of exciting, honestly. It's a lot to know that I can take it in whatever direction I want to, which also is terrifying. But the language department here is so supportive and has given me a lot of encouragement. So it's been really nice to know that I have a net to catch me if I ever fall down.
In addition, the French Honor Society has started back up. Meetings will be held the first Monday of every month, and the club is currently looking for new members. Co-president Sofia Mishirova explains how French is impacting her life.
I've always had a really big interest in French culture, and I've been taking French since middle school, and I just think that it's a really good opportunity to focus on something that is not what is usually expected from people in high school, and it's still spoken in a lot of countries that people could maybe travel to, or just even business connections. I think it's still really important.
Although still a small community of around 100 students compared to some other languages like Spanish, Mrs. Campbell wants to make her class as enjoyable as possible to students.
I make sure to keep it as much of an extracurricular as possible so people want to continue coming back. We have a lot of fun. We play a lot of review games. I'm bringing in food for my students tomorrow. That it's a low-stakes way to explore the world around you.
If you're interested in applying to French Honor Society, students must be currently taking French with a grade of 90 or above and must maintain at least an 80 in all classes. If you are interested in applying, make sure to come to the first meeting in Miss Campbell's room on Monday, November 7th.
Students felt the love at the first Howell Awards ceremony of the year yesterday morning. The once-a-semester-based event recognizes the hard work for over 100 students on campus, and teachers can only nominate one student. Starting in 2019, teachers have been participating in the Howell Awards by nominating one of their students who they personally believe show off outstanding merits in both behavioral and educational etiquette. The ceremony, which took place during first period, honored a variety of students as they received a Howell Award signed by both their respective teacher and principal, John Sloan.
I think that the Howell Awards are an opportunity for teachers to recognize students in class. It's kind of something that's outside of academics or other things that get recognized. So I think it's just a good opportunity for teachers to recognize
The next Howell Awards ceremony will be hosted this coming spring.
Next up, reporter Tanvi Sankoli has the top 3 things we need to know for today. But first, these announcements.
Thanks, guys. I'm Tanvi Sankoli, and here are the top 3 things you need to know this morning. First up, the parade dancer and grandmother Betty Strang performed a tribute dance to the caregivers who had saved her life. At the age of 62, Strang was heavily injured at the Wolfcast Christmas parade and wasn't sure if she'd make it, but miracles really do happen. Next up, Drake and 21 Savage released a new album called Her Loss, featuring Travis Scott in some of their songs. The two artists have increased their bond tremendously and will continue to work together in the future. Lastly, Rihanna has decided to include Johnny Depp into her Savage X Fenty fashion show, and the public has had mixed views on this. Following the trial with Amber Heard that ended in Depp's victory, fans weren't exactly pleased nor unhappy. With CPHS News, I'm Tanvi Sankoli. So, what do you guys think?
So I am a strong believer that any song that 21 Savage is featured on automatically becomes 10 times better than the original. So when they announced this album, I was quite excited. And then I stayed up and I listened to it last night, and I went to bed too late because I was listening to it. And then I listened to it again this morning while getting ready, and I really like it.
Which was your favorite?
Ooh.
Like,
okay. What's the first song? The very first song.
I
on the
haven't
album?
listened to it.
no
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that. I'd have to go through. I don't have the names memorized. But the first song, I was like, oh, I really like this.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Jack.
I've really fallen off of my Drake wave. I was a big fan in middle school, but like, first of all, can he pick better album covers for his albums? Like,
That's true. That is
he's
true.
just had a streak of like crap album with a crap cover, and yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the album cover for this is a little good.
Isn't it
Or-
just like someone's face?
It's just like,
Like, isn't it like
It is.
it's like an unflattering photo. Like,
Yeah.
bad
Well,
it's like, yeah.
True.
It looks.
I mean,
Thank
whatever. All right, thanks, Tanvi. Now over to your Friday Sports Report right after this break.
World Lacrosse, and you're watching the Wolfcast.
Welcome back to the Wolfcast Sports Report. I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
And I'm Marcel Elizondo. On Friday, the volleyball team season came to an end after a hard fight against Canyon. The team finished with 11 wins and 9 losses in district and ranked 3rd before heading into playoffs and a 26-19 for an overall season record. Congrats on a great run, ladies, and we'll make sure to see you next year.
And of course, it's Friday night, which means Friday Night Lights are back. But we wouldn't be too sure about making the drive out to Georgetown tonight. Right now, the possibility of heavy storms could wash out tonight's game and move it to this weekend. But if we are in the clear, then coming out to Georgetown's field for the last district game of the season, it is sure to be a big one.
And finally, basketball season is officially here. Tonight, the reigning state champion girls basketball team has their first game of the season against San Antonio Wagner. Both teams ranked in the top 10, Wagner being number 8 and Cedar Park being number 1. This is sure to be a good game, so make sure to make your way out to the Timberdome at 7 tonight.
And that's all we have for you today. Make sure you're keeping up with all of our sports content on our Twitter at @CPHS_sports. Now we send it over to Paula with your weekend destinations.
Now, your weekend destinations. First up, if you're extra hungry this weekend, pig out on Texas barbecue and enjoy some of the best tasting brisket found in the Lone Star State. Visit the Texas Monthly Barbecue Fest that features more than 30 renowned pitmasters featured in the prestigious list of top Texas barbecue. This will go on from Saturday to Sunday, and tickets will start at $90. You can find more details and ticket information on eventbrite.com. Next, end with your week with a peaceful sunset, yoga, and maybe even a moonlight swim located right outside the Barton Springs pool. Engage in a calm, grounding yoga flow to help you relax, where the first half of class will be slow-paced flow, and for the last half, you'll end well-rested and grounded. In addition to that, you can enjoy a post-yoga night swim at Barton Springs. So bring your swimsuits as well, and sunset yoga will take place at 6 p.m. at Barton Springs Municipal Pool, and it's free to enjoy. Lastly, celebrate the beautiful holiday of Dia de los Muertos at Austin Veterans Art Festival. This beloved tradition brings communities together to celebrate the lives of our ancestors, family, friends, and public figures. This event is free to the public and will take place this Saturday, November 5th, and will open to the public at 5 p.m. and will go all the way to 10 p.m. There will be shuttle services provided from 4:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Sanchez Elementary. If you're interested in experiencing this beautiful culture, you can find more information on eventbrite.com and visit this weekend. So, what are y'all going to do?
Okay, I just want to say, when did having some fun, eating some good barbecue cost like a mortgage?
I know,
to-
and the tickets go up to $200.
Are you for real?
What does it get? What does it get you though? It's literally just. I don't even think if you went and bought all that barbecue, I don't even think that would add up to $90.
You get half a pound for brisket.
I
that's
guess
it.
it's like because the chefs are like chefs. The people that make it are like really good at making it, so I guess it costs more. Maybe it's something with the meat, because you know meat's expensive.
Is it $90 good though?
I mean, you never know.
This sounds like True Lux level. We need to make
I
this
kind of
go
want
back
to go.
True Lux.
I kind of want to go.
I don't have $90 to spend, otherwise I would say I'd go with you.
If I had $90.
Exactly.
All right, that's all we have for you today. Make sure you're keeping up with all of our content, so head over to our YouTube channel at CPHS News.
You can also follow at @CPHS_sports for updates during the games.
Thanks for taking time to join us this morning.
With CPHS News, I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
I'm Paula Llamas.
And I'm Jack Polishuk. Remember to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Have a fantastic Friday, Cedar Park.